Hello. Oh, we should be back. We should be back, and we should have a working YouTube stream. If what I'm looking at is to be believed. Yo, hello, hello. Right, can someone go to my YouTube channel and is this the link? Stream offline. Why is it not working? No, it's working now. I can see it. I can see the preview. Weird. Weird. Okay, I don't know what was going on there. I guess the YouTube VOD won't actually catch that. I should be able to close this. And it should work perfectly fine. Hello, everyone. Sorry for the delay. Both in of course the stream starting, but then if you're here live, the VOD review itself. Let's go. So we're gonna cover the air quotes bad game first. We're actually just covering the games in the order that they happened. So we're gonna do Nongshim DNF. We're gonna do Nongshim DNF, and then we will do everything else after. Oh, no, don't. Why did everything else close? Nongshim C9 was first? Was it? The Master Cup is after Christmas. Nongshim. Download. Right. Excuse me. This setup again. Why? Oh, because everything closed, of course. So boom. We should be in. Lovely. Let's just get everything sorted out. Time controls, objective timers. I need to change the title. This is Nongshim versus C9. And then I also need to change the YouTube title over to Nongshim versus C9 as well. My bad. Okay, we should be good. Should be good. And then I also need to quickly grab DNF versus C9 as well. And then I should have all of the files. I'm glad that it's still capturing underneath, because I was afraid it wouldn't. And then we are live. Okay, incredible. I'm going to keep this tab open over here. Underneath everything, here's the game file stuff. Okay. Lovely. Right, we're here. I'll zoom us out a little. How's everyone's day, man? How's it going? Again, apologies for the stream starting a bit late. Got some decent trades. Nongshim bot lane is ahead there. Doing very good. I had some very positive talks today about content that I'm going to be doing for, well, the YouTube channel and you guys. Like, specifically you guys, but for the YouTube channel. Next year is going to be really good, guys, I think. Really good. We're going to be making some real high quality stuff, guys. Yeah, really excited. Going to see Danny Brown later. I mean, I don't know who that is. What stuff? Like educational and analytical content. Specifically on pro play. And hopefully we can make some really cool stuff. It's a rapper. Oh, I see. Well, we didn't see how this dive happened. Oh, Lehen, swing and a miss. Blabber can maybe... Nah, it's hard for Blabber to punish. Who's winning the KeSPA Cup? T1 or HLE? If it's anyone else, I'll be very surprised. So this sponge fella is loving the Kiana this tournament, but like... He's not been playing well. You smell a DK sneak? Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I already know the results because, like, when I go and get the files and such, like, it's... Yeah, but... Doesn't make the games any less fun to watch. Still see how teams are playing. I love top laners, bro. 6 minutes into the game, these guys still haven't based. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. And just like that, it's a dive. Ooh, extra shield blocks out the damage. Sponge couldn't really find a window to hit the health bar there. Really well played by C9 and specifically Vulcan to get them out of that. Still gonna miss a wave. It's still good for Nongshim, but see how good. We'll also see if they read this swap. Thanatos did just TP up here. I mean, both top lanes just TP'd up here. Okay, so they're going to send Scout bot, because Scout's going to have TP in a minute. They're putting their mid lane mid, and then Kingen is just here to respond to Blabber's move, and I think Blabber is just dead. Yeah. Sponge going to take the opportunity to immediately get this jungle camp. You know, this is actually a really good opportunity to highlight something. I know it looks like Sponge is probably going to get pushed out of the jungle here. But, like, in a circumstance where laners can't actually respond, you see how, like, on the minimap right now, Blabber's almost at Krugs. With the new Death Guards, he would have probably have been able to have defended his Krugs from Sponge just by himself. That's a great gank. That's one thing I'm really a little bit, I don't want to say like worried about with some of those changes next year, but definitely not like all for the Death Guard changes for sure because of stuff like that. Like Blabber died in a stupid way, he should be punished, right? Like if someone dies in a silly way like that, like in lane they'd get punished. And with the new Death Guard changes, I think it's pretty not good. Well, Cassiopeia is supposed to be a winning lane. It's an old school counter because basically the way that Ryze works is he keeps himself stationary to fire his spells, right? And he also has to face you to fire his spells. So Cassiopeia is like an old school counter. Obviously, you know, you can right click out of it, etc. But like that is the theory. All of Ryze's animations lock you in the direction of the cast. But yeah, it's definitely not like a... It's not like a stomping matchup or anything, though. And not in this game. And then, yeah, like, it's slow. It's like neutralizing top. Bot lane is definitely losing. It's like at level 6, at top lane 2v2, I could go either way. Ooh. It's just very rough. C9 are just bleeding. And they're bleeding quickly. Sponge is going to dive APA. This should be his flash at least. Will Sponge go for it anyway? I think he might. Yep. Is he going to die 1 for 1? No, he's 1 HP. Yeah. Goddamn. I mean, there's like the half a cross map going on right now, like with the jungle camps top, but it's just... It's one of those cross maps that just doesn't matter, you know? It's like mid just died and lost several waves, bot tower just died. It's just like every play is bad and C9 are losing a bunch of gold. Everything just feels... Everything is on fire. Oh, Scout ended up on the wrong side. Didn't matter in the end. And Vulcan used both his summons. Now they're going to 4-man Thanatos. This should be pretty easy. Lehens just has to hit the root, or Scout can Rune Prison. And Thanatos, he is going to get the drag over the wall. It's not going to matter too much though. He ends up missing the W because Sponge dashes through him. Yeah. It doesn't really feel like C9 are looking for proactive plays, you know? Like, they're kind of just letting Nongshim play the map. And I get it, because obviously they don't really have a They don't have like a hard winning lane to the point where it's going to get them things. But it does feel like they are just in full reaction mode. And it's not doing them any favors. I'm sorry, did Kingan just 2v... like, I was so zoned out, I was just tabbing in something. Did Kingan just 2v1 the bot lane? What the heck? Okay, Sven was 1 HP, but still, he manages to 2v1 them. That's insane. How does he do this without flash? Does he just Q back in? He has to, right? He waits for his E. Oh, no. Oh, gulp. Yo, what's up, Zeref? I'm good, brother. Okay. I think the polymorph was a bit early, but... yeah, this is why the polymorph was a bit early. I mean, he's still gonna die, I think. Eek. I actually think that polymorph being early is the difference between them maybe being able to react to the response from Nongshim. Taeyun, great W flash Q with the auto. Your shop is shit. Ay, shibal. My shop was pretty good, actually. My shop was pretty good. I think I got Astronaut Bard. So we might have to start going on our Bard adventures. We might have to start going into back to our Bard adventures. I got Santa Braum. And then I got Choo Choo Train On. I got 3 really good skins in mine. Unfortunately, I think this game is over. Is Nongshim actually decent? To be honest with you, Rain, I think against the good teams they probably won't be. Oh, good night, Sven. I think against the good teams they won't be. Yeah, like who knows? Maybe they develop like they've got some decent experienced names, obviously. The Hen, Scout especially. But I don't know if it's really going to get them across the finish line. I need to check something on my Twitch. Oh. Good night, bro. Content. Man, they're just too broke. They are actually just getting wallet checked. Well, they've been getting wallet checked for a while. They're 15k down, but not particularly the most engaging. Engaging game, this one. Do you want spoilers? No, I already know the results. I mean, I kind of already know the results by the file because I know how this bracket works. So like when I was getting the files and I saw who was playing each match, it like. Well, if you want to type it in the chat, you can type it in the chat. It's not gonna like spoil for VOD or anything like that. I want to go grab a bottle of water, but I think this game's about to end, and that's a 3-man Nico ult into a 4-man Kiana R. Gulp. Thanks for doing these reviews, by the way, coming from a non-APAC viewer. I mean, it's hard to even call them reviews, but yeah, it's not a problem. Honestly, like, I would have watched these games regardless. I just think the fact that the situation is the way that it is, with the region lock and the Disney, like, at the same time, it's really crazy. It's really crazy, so it's very silly that it's behind such a wall. Okay. I'm gonna throw up game 2. I am very quickly going to run a minute and a half of ads. This is just so that when people come in, they don't have to deal with unskippable ads. This is for obviously the live viewers. If you're a VOD watcher, then skip right ahead 90 seconds from here. Your game 2 will be starting. I'll see you in 90 seconds, guys, and then I'm gonna go quickly and grab some water. Oh, hey guys. Okay, we're almost done. I can let it roll out from here. Time controls, objective control. There we go. I just search KeSPA Cup and it shows up. Does it really? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bro. They stream on Twitch, some Vietnamese guy? I see. Yeah, bro, you know, it's actually so funny because I was watching, I was like changing some of the details on the VOD on YouTube so that it's like easier to navigate. Because what I do is I go back and I just timestamp all the games so that if you want to watch a particular game, you can just like skip between all of them because we're going through the best of ones in not the order that they were played in, right? And we're not covering every single game, which is another thing. Like there was some Spanish guy, well, he might not have been Spanish, but he was speaking Spanish. And he was like, bro, can you stop talking about Civ 7 and just like watch the game or something? I was like, I can just delete the VOD if you want, bro. Like, there can be no real way to watch these games start to finish. Silly, silly fella. Those Vietnamese KeSPA streams are funny because they're full of angry betters. Yeah. That's the one thing. Like, bro, I remember both on the LPL broadcast in 2023 and 4 especially, definitely. Well, 4 they actually closed off chat, so it's 2023, and then the unofficial broadcast this year. Like, dealing with the betters in chat is so funny. Because the unofficial broadcast, their ruling on it was that they didn't mind betters coming in and like asking silly questions, as long as they weren't being, you know, obnoxious in the chat otherwise, you know. But you would still get some real silly fools in there. This is a rotation, I think. No? Thought Thanos was, yeah, he is a bit. Still the thing, even though this Galio matchup is good for Galio, like the first couple of levels, Rumble does deal enough damage that if you mess up the trading pattern, it does get a bit funky. Oh. Goal. Oh. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's funny as hell. There was an attempted better movement in the unofficial LTA South English stream, but it was quickly shut down. What do you mean Sorry, what do you mean a better movement? What does movement mean in this case? Oh, right, I see. Yeah. Yeah, no, that stuff shouldn't be running. Oh, this song we could not have playing. I played it once because it was song requested, and ever since, Spotify DJ just thinks I listen to this. Yeah, this is a decent tune. I rock with it. They're trying to make a play onto APA. Scout's been playing okay. To be honest with you, like, I don't think it's been crazy over the course of the tournament, but he doesn't look as bad as he was on JDG, so I guess we can call that an improvement. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm a little bit more locked in now. Oh no. Yeah, I mean, they're playing this on Thanos' minor TP window where he doesn't have it. And it's like, come on. You can maybe do this versus a NA team and get away with it. You can't do this. You can't do this versus a Korean or Eastern team. What the hell went wrong there? I mean, in the end, it turned into Nongshing having 5 members here, right? Like, Kingan's allowed to TP. So I'm not sure. I don't want to go back in the VOD and rewind, but the bottom line is 4v5, but also I just didn't really like the setup. Like, they kind of should have been okay. There was a point where they should have just been okay in that little sequence with getting out the poke and pushing Nongshim out of the territory a bit. But it was kind of hard once Falcon is also committed to the play. Like, I don't hate the idea of the play if Kingan can be kept stationary, right? Dude, you're not the only one. I want Scout to be good as well. So bad. So bad, bro. You don't even know. Yeah, man. That Scout was moving different to that quarterfinals. That Scout was moving different to that World's quarterfinals, bro. Okay. Oh, bro. Sponge? Okay. It's fine. Tarzan's one of the best junglers in the world now. Yeah, generally they are. It's not good looks on the map right now. Really good. I just want to point out, like, really good trigger discipline there from Sponge not to press his R key. Just understands he's perfectly fine. There's no immediate threat. He doesn't have to panic. He'd love to hit something really quick to heal. I think talking about things like that needs to be less taboo. Like, in the moment. Yeah, I mean, I think it does like depend on how you deliver. Sorry, it does like depend on how you deliver points like that, right? But I don't think it's ever a problem as long as it's done tastefully. But I think the problem is, and having experienced this a lot with T1 fans and some of the way that they'll interpret things, like it does seem like a very common thing that any kind of anything that can be taken in a negative connotation, that's the first place that someone's mind goes to. Like they always just kind of assume malicious intent before they assume just like that's a stance. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of that. I'm not like just specifically pointing that sentiment at T1, but that's for like any fan base really. That's very, very passionate. And you get it, but like sometimes you just kind of wish they calmed down a bit. Oh, Blabber got in. He did get the Herald. I think that ult is maybe a little bit too deep. I think he really wanted to ult Sponge there. He did, however, pick up the Herald before he died, so there is that. I really think he had to ult Sponge, you know? I mean, I know he gets the Herald this way, but this fight we might actually take a look at real quick. Because I really want to, like, I think because he ults Sponge, it, like, changes the angle of the fight, right? Yes or no? Because if he ults Sponge, if he ults Sponge right here and he just goes behind, one, I think he actually keeps him on the equalizer, and then Thanos can cook him. Now, granted, Sponge could flash, but I think it keeps him a little less deep. Blabber's then not forced to have to hit these three, and maybe he can actually follow up on Sponge, and Sponge can die. And then Sven doesn't lose a lot of space. I mean, the point is that, yes, he gets Herald this way, but more so, now they can't play the fight, because Blabber just dies, right? I'm just curious about whether or not it would have changed the scope of the fight. And I think it could have changed the scope of the fight. Whether or not it would have been a better fight is definitely up for debate. Yeah, no, I agree. Like, Sundered Skies and Zhao, this point in the game, very fed. Hard to know whether he'll die for sure. You still get hate comments for saying BLG was underdogs in 2021? Or in 2024, rather? Or you get hate comments from BLG about, like, from BLG fans about that? I mean, I think they were both equally from T1 fans. Wait. You get hate comments from T1 fans for saying something which could actually be interpreted as T1 were the favorites. Right. Huh. Okay. Ah, it means T1's Worlds win is meaningless. Ah, yes. Yes. Of course. How didn't I... Of course. No, that makes sense. No, no, no. To them it would be meaningless. I read it intentionally. The way that I did. It's not a Freudian slip. Like, I read that intentionally. Okay. No, this is the best of 3. The C9 are 1 down right now. Yeah, dude, I literally had a T1 fan come in here not too long ago. And he basically explained how initially when he saw my tweets, he thought I was a hater. But then he literally spent 5 minutes in my stream and came to understand that I indeed was not a hater and was just talking about things the way that they are actually happening and like asking for accuracy in stories, and that's it. And then he was like, I don't know what my people are doing, they're bugging. It's like, yep, that is a very common occurrence. Again, I mean, like, I've done it before on certain things. Like, I'll, like, react to, like, headline stuff, right? Like, headline, especially, like, nowadays, there are some, like, articles, and, like, I'll call them out. I don't really care. Like, bro, sometimes sheep esports articles, I get, like, they're doing things for clicks. Like, clicks are the most important thing. Like, eyes on page, very important. I get that. But sometimes, bro, the details that they are leaving out from the headline are really illegal, bro. Like, it's really bad. Uh-oh. Guys, Scout is not taking damage here. Do people really click on articles? I mean, a lot of the time they'll just fucking read the headline. That's what I'm talking about. Like, a lot of the time, bro, I'll just read a headline and just call it a day. Oh my god, Taeyun. Alright, thank you for the 700 gold. Oh yeah, they're really bad at it, bro. They'll be like, I had strawberry pancakes for breakfast today, and then, you know, you open the article and it's like, actually, I had waffles with cream. It's like, okay, well, thanks, man. This whole world, Screamer had a mess with. What was this for? Can't read the original message. Ah, yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, bro, like, Viper up until quarters, Viper was having the better tournament. I mean, Viper was the better AD pretty much all year. Like, I don't know, you're gonna find someone who's sane that's gonna tell you that Gumayusi was ever better than Viper? Like, and they're serious? Like, and not a T1 fan? Like, are you actually gonna find someone who believes that? I really don't think you will. Like, especially like MSI and post MSI, like Guma has a very good reason to have not been performing well, right? Oh, Longshim are kind of throwing here. Oh, they're getting. Uh-oh. 21 minutes as well. They got front to backed. Yeah. Nice tight choke versus Sivir Talia, where the carries don't get interrupted. It's very good. And yeah, then there's also like other parts, like people, I like, and I mean, again, I learned this the more that I interact with like the casual fan base, right? But people's ability to actually judge ability is very far off scale. And I mean, of course it makes sense. I think League is one of the really weird games where you can, you know, if you was kind of like to just arbitrarily equate it to rank for a second, you know, like the difference between a silver player and a diamond player is almost the same as a diamond player up until a challenger player, right? Like it's big. Now that doesn't necessarily always like directly one-to-one equate in like the knowledge department, but people's ability to eye test, obviously it's not tied to rank, so like take what I just said with a pinch of salt, but it's so variable. Oh, great equalizer. Wish it was a little bit more tilted, but C9 are in a decent fighting position regardless. Laba still has ult here. Just Q an ult onto Taeyun. He should just die. There you go. Longshim really threw here. Yeah, or they just don't have the knowledge to like understand what makes things good and what makes things bad, right? Like their ability to discern, you know, good decisions from bad decisions is just not present. And then there's that, and then there's multiple layers to it, right? Then people only look at results, or people only look at the results of like a specific tournament or like a stretch of time. Right, like I feel like this happened when I spoke about, again, it always comes back to T1. When I spoke about T1's year holistically, and I think this was in between semis and finals, I want to say. And you know, I said that T1 were pretty far from being the best team in the world for a lot of the year, which is not an untrue statement. Like in the sense of like, yes, numerically they were always like top 5, right, more or less. In terms of like eye test level, they were far from first, right? They spent a majority of the year in the LCK being the 3rd best team, right? They spent 2 out of 3 splits being the 3rd best team. In summer regular, they were definitely the 2nd best team, and then in playoffs, they were incredibly volatile. To the point they nearly lost to DK, right? Like, they nearly lost to DK at the best of 5. Like, if it wasn't for unforced errors from DK, they would have got knocked down as the lower bracket by DK. And then who knows what happens to the playoffs from that point on. So yeah, like, and I can't credit T1 for that Game 5 win, other than what they did after they'd been handed what they had been handed, right? Which I would expect a GENG, a HLE, to punish and then also execute on. So it's like really difficult to air quotes scale them inside of that playoffs, just because of the nature of and the extremity of what happened in that Game 5. But again, people will look at that and they'll be like, oh well, DK were only like up 1k or whatever it was. Like, it wasn't really that big of a lead. The game state was horrendous for T1. Like, T1 should never win that game from the point that DK were at. But DK DK'd it, so there's that. But yeah, like, and it was never, that tweet, anyway, going back to the original point, was never like attempting to discredit T1 as a team. It was people overrating their year from start to finish, and me saying, no, here's the actual story, and this story actually makes the fact that they're in World Finals a more significant feat, if you were to ask me. But yeah, like, the like more passionate fan bases, they really can't handle their teams being dissected or spoken about in a much more blunt or to the point like manner. They just, oh no. Oh no. Oh, it's... This event needs to start hitting. I mean, they stayed on the Nash, right? Like, they didn't full commit for the turn. I think Blabber maybe should have come out of the pit here. They're not going to be offered an opportunity for a 50-50. Still okay. Who do you think was better in LCK Cup, T1 or GENG? I mean, we just will never know, because T1 were handed HLE in the first round because of the dumbass format. Yeah, like, yeah, there you go. Like, we don't know. And like, that went to 5 games. That version of T1 was pretty spooky, right? Like, they just started putting Smash in, I want to say. And, you know, Smash was fucking good on the sticks. And looked exactly like the kind of base that T1 wanted to build off of. I'm going to say, like, you know what, I'm going to say something which is maybe very controversial. I actually think had they stuck with Smash and there was no, like... Oh. Oh, no. Oh, that flash was unlucky. Had they stuck with Smash and there was no, like, weird Guma debacle, I actually wonder, like... I actually think their ceiling might have been arguably a bit higher. I think they could have cooked... I think they could have cooked harder than with Guma, believe it or not. I just think that roster of 5 is not like me saying Smash is better than Guma, but I think Smash was better at that moment in time for the T1 roster. So we'll see We'll see how Pays does, because I think Pays is like very similar. It's just slightly further down the road player as Smash. But you can't have these nuanced discussions because all this translates to is that we think that Guma is worse than Smash and that he didn't deserve a spot on T1. And that all of the hate that he was getting from that like weird ass like hate group was like warranted, and they were like vindicated in their opinions. Like, yeah, you can't criticize or like make assessments about how you think a team would perform with different players in and out. Can't do it. Yep. And like, unironically, like, imagine if the game wasn't as already far gone as it was for KT in that game 5, by the way. Like, Doran's griefs genuinely could have, like... They could have added up. Like, they really could have added up. I really thought it would have been amazing to run both of them together. I agree. Like, bro, if they could have run both of them together, like, that would have been crazy. But like, you just can't with the way that you know, side of the culture works apparently, and it's just so bizarre. It's like you've had Mustang for a long ass time, and Sally gets handed to you on a free plate, and you just go, nah, I don't want it. It's like you've got a holster for 2 pistols. You've got a lovely looking M1911 in one holster. The other holster's empty. Then you get handed like a 44 Magnum that fits perfectly in the other. And then you just go, nah, I don't want it. Nah. Yeah, like you could have just specialized them both. You genuinely could have just specialized them both, and there wouldn't have been a problem with that, in my opinion. And even if it became like, what's the word? You know, like, predictable and readable from teams, who cares? Who cares? Guma is so exceptionally good at that, like, style of play and that pool of champions that if you've got someone who's got a significantly higher floor than Guma on the other subset of champions that he is not good at, like, why do you not just, like, just train both? Like, legit, who cares? Oh, great equalizer, by the way. Why does Blabber keep on ulting Scout? I mean, I guess it Zonya's him in place. Oh, is we getting a Sven Penna here? No. Could have had a Sven Penna easy. Well, that should be the game. Well fought comeback from C9, but Nongshim, like, really griefed. Alright. cool. I'm gonna run 90 seconds of ads just whilst I get this next game up and ready. Again, it's just for the pre-rolls. So that way, if you're watching live on Twitch, you don't get ads when you come into the stream. If you're watching the VOD, just skip about 2 minutes ahead and you'll be into game 3. I'll see you in 90 seconds time if you get hit live. Oh, okay. Thank you. And we will get game 3 rolling. Why do those ads take so long to kick off there? Yeah, I mean, C9 can capitalize. Your ad block doesn't work anymore. Ah, GG. GG. Oh, I didn't tweet that. I was live. Oopsies. Oh, wait, that is definitely the wrong screen. Okay, the ads are long gone. Sorry, guys, if I was a little bit slow on the pistol there. What is Sponge playing? Oh my god, Sponge is playing Jace Jungle. You know what? Who was I watching? I was watching, I want to say, Disguised new jungler play Jace, and he was very fed. This champ, it definitely snowballs just as hard in the jungle. You know what? We might zoom over this guy and just see what the jungle clear looks like. Can I get a yay nay on that in chat? How do we feel about that? I'm really curious about how this Jace jungle looks. Yeah? Okay, let's see. He clears fast, really? Okay, I'll keep an eye on the rest of the minimap and I'll see if trades are going on whilst we're watching this. Then he starts W? Yeah, okay. I mean, this is interesting also. He's hitting the small ones a little bit too. I think that might have just been a mistake. Not bad. He goes 2 points Q. No E. And here actually he made a small mistake when he was in ranged. He didn't hit W before he went into melee. And Scout has just solo killed APA. Let's just quickly get a look at that. I mean, 220 cross is pretty damn good. Oh, it's just dry. Okay. What would it be? No, that's F3 for all. Is he using both smites? He's dragging it like he wants to smite this. Okay. I mean, damn, this is... I mean, I know he's smited, but this is pretty damn good. This, as far as I understand it, is game 3. Oh. Oh, Sponge, you had to... Ooh. Ooh. Not the cleanest. Oh, we can go back to directive cam now. I think he had his W up. I think he had his melee W up. Yeah, like Leo had died and then he had his melee W up still. Gulp. Sorry guys, I'm locked into this thread I'm reading. Oh. Bomboclat.
And for my English fans, rest assured, friend, I am not that big-nosed gorilla.
Guys, I'm looking at a thread that I could quote retweet and get in a lot of trouble for and just nuke my career. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Show it? No. No. It's about... Is it an NLC one? Surprisingly, no. It's about casters and having personality. And I have a tweet idea in my head, and I really want to make the tweet real, but I think it's a bad idea. Might make more than 60 likes an hour, yeah. I mean, I think if I tweeted what I really felt about the NLC thing, it would have been ratioed to all hell. But I will just retweet a funny gif, a funny speed gif, and call it a day. Yep, I do. Fuck Freaks, by the way. Bro, I was milli rocking when I saw that they went into insolvency. Not for the people that work there, obviously, still, like the Prime League lot. Like, I feel bad for them, but like the company. Bro, I nearly broke out into a griddy. Like, I don't know what it's been like since that year, but like that year was just poor, bro. Oh goodness. And the wave is gone. I wasn't really paying enough attention to the map state devotion, but I think any circumstance where you're diving Scion and that is your answer to play happening, it's gonna feel pretty bad always. Not like 100% of the time, but like, you know, if I had to put it on a scale, it's probably pretty much gonna be consistently low. Oh, wait, Lahens is killing me. He was like 30%? Oh, I see. Then maybe. Brother, pop off only on occasion, brother. Very clean combo. Wow. Very clean combo from Lahens. Okay. I haven't caught any of the KeSPA games. How have they been? They've been decent. Like, they've been fun. Yeah. Fun is a good word. Oh, sorry, guys. I mean, I thought C9 could make top 4 here. I mean, like, they could have beaten Nongshim. No, it's not a spoiler. But I'm just looking at the game, you know? But I'm just assuming that they lose from here. Which looks hard. Uh-oh. Good night, sir. Death Nurse Chase Jungle. I feel like him being able to just show up at every objective early without needing to catch sidewaves is a problem. I don't know. Seems fine to me. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I don't like, contrary to what a lot of people seem to actually feel about the jungle, I don't like when they just add, like, champions arbitrarily into the jungle role because of the thought process behind it. Like, I don't, like, if they had a different reason for it, I wouldn't mind it, but the bottom line a lot of the time isn't even to increase jungle pool diversity, because if it was to do that, they would just buff the traditional jungle champs, right? Like, I think we can all agree on that. It's jungle is the most unpopular role in the game, next to top lane, right? And when people get jungle, they want people to feel a little bit more comfortable playing the role. So they just put laners in jungle, so there's a little bit more bleed over and crossover, so that people can try to play the jungle role on champions that they're comfortable on, at least. Yes, that is actually why. And if anyone tells you different, it's propaganda. And I'm not jokingly saying that. Like, it is actually defensive propaganda. Like, the reason why they put other champions in the jungle role, 80% plus of the time, is more to do with the fact that the jungle role is the least popular role, so they want as many people to play the jungle as they can potentially get in there. They've said it themselves. They have said it themselves. If you go and speak to Rioters individually in their streams, they will say it themselves. Like, this is they must have said it in a dev update somewhere as well. Like, I don't think this is a particularly like down low, like, low key thing. Well, it's because the jungle, like, you have to remember, playing jungle is like it is the most different version of League of Legends compared to every other role, right? It's why, in my opinion, people complain about jungle so much, because it's so different from laning that laners don't understand what makes jungle strong, right? How to deal with junglers, etc., etc., how to play around your own jungler. And of course, this swings both ways. Like, junglers also don't, like, have a firm handle, unless they've played a lot of lane themselves, on what they need to do to, you know, supplement, you know, other laners, right? As a jungler. This is a very common thing. So it does swing both ways. But because, of course, it's 1 to 4 in the jungler to laner department, the complaints about jungle are amplified. And I actually wonder if they take this into account, by the way. Like, I actually wonder if they take this into account. Because at the end of the day, it is the way the game is designed, too. Like, what? The position that can impact all 3 lanes in the game has the most agency? No way. Like, de facto has the most agency? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. And it's like, what? If we play to stop this guy from touching our lanes, all of a sudden the game gets easier? What? If when this wave crashes, instead of poking the people underneath the tower, which is completely useless 70% of the time, we go and put wards down in the enemy jungle, we know where he is all of the time? What? And then if he walks to the last side of the map, we don't have to die to the gank? What? No. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. By the way, if you put a ward, like, I'm just telling you right now, if you put a ward on Raptors at level 1, right, and the jungler does or doesn't show on that ward in the first 2.5 minutes of the game, you should be able to track where the jungler is going to be for the next 5 minutes, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. If you put a ward on Raptors and they show either on spawn or they show at 2:30, you should be able to have a generally firm understanding of where the jungler is going to be for almost the next 5 minutes. Unless they do something off-key. Like, I'm being so for real right now. But no, guys, the jungler that started on top side that we had vision on, he ganked my lane. I'm an ADC, by the way. He ganked my lane at 325. So now it's jungle diff because my jungler pathed top instead of bot on their first clear, so they couldn't match it straight away. Could you show, please show mid gold diff? Yeah, sure. Currently a 2.7k gold difference. No, people don't know how to track jungle into Challenger, bro. Like, I was sat watching my Grandmaster friend play solo queue yesterday, and the laners are dying to the same shit. Like, it does, like, it's not like if you mean like people don't start doing it until like maybe diamond, then yeah, sure, but it just doesn't. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter what your lawyer is. I mean, he's playing a bit more like a human now. But he is against APA, so not a high bar. Sorry, APA. Stop dissing Captain Yapton America. I mean, that's my guy. Well, I say that's my guy. I don't know him. But APA seems like a very, very nice guy. But in the pecking order of the game, bro, like, let's just be real, man. Yo, I'm just being real, by the way, about that jungle tracking thing. I'm telling you right now, if we went and opened, like, if I went and opened the solo queue VOD of mine, and, or like, I could go into anyone's match history, actually, I would be able to predict what side of the jungle, unless a jungler does something very, very weird, they would be on for the first 5 minutes off of where they start. Now, obviously, I play jungle, so, like, oh, okay. A little bit OP, like more OP than, like, you know, but everyone should be able to do that. Do you think the C9 team can make an international? I think they should make an international, and if they don't, it's a fucking tragedy. I do think, if I'm just being honest, that APA is a side grade to a potential downgrade on Loki. And by potential, I mean, yeah, like, I would rather have Loki on this team than APA. But I think for the situation they're in, like, APA is just, like, he's fine. Oops, sorry. Loki is back home in Korea for personal reasons. Hey, so guys, our base is dying. Yeah, unfortunately it was something family related. Yeah. Who's been for TL now? Quid. Quid. Hey guys, my Renekton seems to be dead as fuck. Oh. Bomboklat. It's a frying session. Who's the best mid in NA currently? I mean, if we're going off of the end of last year, it would probably be Quid. And then, of course, there's Zinni. Having watched some of this tourney, would you say Scout is washed or still good? I think he's somewhere in between. I'm sorry if you wanted a definitive yes or no there, but he's definitely somewhere in between right now. All right, guys, you know the drill. I'm gonna run 90 seconds of ads here, for the live viewers. This is just so when people come in, they don't get unskippable ads. So I'll see you in 90 seconds time. And then we will get to whichever match is supposed to happen after this. I think it's the C9 DNF game. So I'll see you in a minute and a half. And then let me see what series I need to put up. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we're done with the ads. Let's get it cooking. Time controls, objective, boom. C9 DNF gang. Let me just change title here.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Oh, and of course I'll zoom us out.
Minions have spawned.
Yo, Vulcan, what the hell? Oh, that barrier ended up being a little bit useless. Out of Sven. Didn't really block anything, I don't think. Directed Cam really loving this bot lane. There's actually an invade going on up here. Blabber's on the wolves. Blabber has smite actually. Wowzers. He's not gonna go for Gromp, interestingly. So okay. I might actually what the hotkeys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, QWE. Oh, quite okay. And was blue the numbers? Blue was the numbers. Let's get some observing going. Uh-oh. Oh, he had to smite it. That's not ideal. I don't know if that was a good invade, to be honest with you. Yeah, from Blabber, I know. Oh. Gulp.
Spinning flames of fury! Feel my fury with your skin and face!
Oh, hell no. Is BLG winning anything this year, you think? I fucking hope so. Bro, if they don't win anything with that lineup, it's so crazy. Bro, you have Viper Knight as your carries. Bro, please. You have Viper Knight as your carries. Bin is still your top lane. No matter what you think about Bin, like, he is still individually a good player. Like, yes, he was very volatile last year. Oh, great stun, but, like, there's just no follow-up. Thanatos is TP'd here with no ult. And now Ornn's on the way here with an ultimate. But everyone's so chunked on DNF, it's probably not going to matter. And Lancer just swung and missed. Hey, so why did Lancer flash over the Talia W when he could have just W'd it? Like, that brother was dead. You a bigger fan of Bin or 369? Bin. Like, on a personal level, Bin. I think 369 is far more consistent. Despite the 369 meme. Like 3p3, 666, 999. Yeah, I mean, the only issue that I also have is that, like, yeah, you know, like, BLG's roster 100% falls under the category of being a super roster. So I don't know, like, does it get to succeed? Do you know what I mean? Like, super rosters just normally aren't allowed to win anything. Is T1 a super roster? I mean, when they put it together, it wasn't a super roster, and they've stayed together almost entirely since, right? Like, this new version of T1, I don't think is necessarily a super roster by the traditional definition of what we call a super roster either, so... Is it better than GENG on paper? No, but it's pretty close. Like, that's a matchup I want to see on repeat. GENG vs BLG 2026. Yeah, Duro doesn't get enough love. Duro is exceptionally good. And does not get enough love. Yeah, like, to me, to qualify as a super team, you have to, like, generally... You have to, like... And it can shift, like, this is the thing, it's, like, kind of contextual. Like, I would consider the moves that BLG made to qualify them to now, for this year, be a super team, right? Like, they had Elk, who was one of the better ADs in the world, but definitely not like a... Probably not a top 5 candidate, right? And then you'd had, you know, the weird Wei Shadow situation in the jungle. And then you've swapped in Shun, who everyone still has a lot of faith in to be a top tier jungler. Like, he was in the World's Finals in 2024 for a reason. And then you swapped in arguably the best AD carry of 2025. When you had, like, the third best mid, and Knight was only the third best mid because of how good BDD and Chovy's years were. Do you know what I mean? Like, in like any other year, the way that Knight played would have easily qualified him to be the best mid of the year. You sound like you don't believe in Shun that much. No. No, I believe in Shun. Yeah, like, bro. Excuse me. I'm getting EP. Yeah, it's the first time in a while I could actually, like, not flame on. Need to act Kelsey, bro. Don't even say that because, like, she'll spawn in. Like, legit, she'll spawn in. Like, don't get too loud, beast. Oh my god, 115. Listening.
Obliteration!
Set upon them. Turn the tree. Turret plating will fall soon.
Blammo torpedo! Spinning blades of fury! When darkness
Yeah, normally top is very good. Uh-oh. C9 drafts are so boring. Don't worry, bro. When we get to game 2 in Fearless, it's gonna get so much more exciting. It's gonna get so much more exciting, okay? Look, don't worry. Don't worry. It's gonna be okay, alright? In the next game, when... You know... Let's think about this. Let's think about this. APA will be on Syndra. Thanatos will be on Renekton. And... Blabber will maybe be on Vi, or like a Bruiser slash... Yeah, another Bruiser champ, right? Like, Vi will be the next one. Maybe a Kiana, who knows? Like, dude, it'll be totally fine. And then don't forget, Lancer will be on Cassante or some bullshit. Like, it's all good. Like, don't worry. Like, Fearless will fix it. Like, at least we don't have to see any of these champions twice. Thank God. No, I mean, they probably was having an issue with APA's account. What the fuck did Vulcan just do? That brother just flashed in a spot. I mean, the funny thing is, I'm not even anti-Fearless. I just don't think it should be, like, the permanent mode of... Like, it just shouldn't be on all of the time. Like, I think we should just roadmap it. We should just roadmap it and say it's going to be on in winter, it's going to be off in spring, it's going to be on in summer, or it's going to be, you know, off in summer. Like, like, I don't care. Like, I think it just needs to not be permanent. That's legit. That is my entire stance. Oh, there's a new Lesser world record, eh? W. W. I don't know how those psychopaths do that, man. Yeah, they actually just subbed in Dom. Dom's playing mid lane. Talia jungle was meta when Unk was still playing the game, so they just handed it to him mid and called it a day. Will Ornn presses R button challenge. Okay. Oh. Ornn still has ult, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Rek'Sai / Nunu merchant, like the other Ruddy-Sec owner. Bro, Dom never owned Ruddy-Sec. I'm gonna defend Jake for a second. Because that shit actually high-key pisses Jake off. That's just... He was like he's like an angel investor. Without really investing much except his time, you know? He's an angel investor except his investment was time. How long do you think CV Max has a job for? I don't know, but I hope it's not long. Yeah, it sucked that they kind of stopped. Yeah, he's on DK. He re-signed for DK. Was it a 2-year contract as well? Someone remind me. DNF are just YOLO pulling the Atacon. At least they're leashing it correctly. I see. Flip is a peak pro name. Yup. Don't forget, we have the Shifters now. Shifters Esports. Yep, that's a good rebrand actually. Yep, Shifter Esports. That's a great rebrand. Ugh. Holy, I was gonna turn down the music, but it just started playing Balatro, so I guess I've gotta keep it loud. I have no idea, bro. All I know is that the second they start playing poorly, it's being turned from shifters to shitters real quick, man. I'm just waiting for the first person to do it on the LDC. Like, someone's gonna do it. Like, someone, it's gonna be a Freudian slip. Like, it won't even be intentional. Someone will just call them the shitters by mistake. Wow. Did he miss that? Or did the Bardar actually stop him from... Interesting. That looked really weird.
Audacious bravery shield. Fiery spirit.
Nah, he's gone. I can't remember who they got though. They signed someone else. That's all I can remember. They definitely don't have Larson anymore. Like, he might be on the contract at Na'Vi still, but he's not playing first team.
When darkness closes in, drill right through it.
Poby. It's just not been announced. Guys, I think Thanatos is dead. Good prediction, thank you. Bro, I'm just in Zen listening to Balatro. I mean, yeah, man, repetition, repetition, repetition. That's how you get it done. Oh, weird equalizer.
Explosive face melter.
Us. Yep. Hey, looking good, Jamada. Thank you, man. It looks like shit, actually, but it's not a problem. Oh. And they're all good. Do I like 20-minute Baron being back? Yeah. It's better than Archon. It's better than Archon. At least that Archon was better than release Chemtech Soul. Yeah, but that's like putting the bar 6 feet deep in the 9th circle of hell. You know, like... It's... bar is not high. Oh yeah, like it is definitely the second worst objective of all time. Well. That was that game. I'm gonna throw game 2 on, guys. And I'm actually gonna just... I'm gonna run ads, obviously. And I'm gonna be right back for a little bit. I'm just gonna let the game play. So I will run... Oh man, this game looks a bit... Oh. I'll run a minute and a half. And then I'll be right back. And I'll start the game. And then I'll be right back again. Okay. Hello. We are here. Pretty volatile game here. A lot of red champs.
30 seconds until minions spawn.
This was a best of 3, yeah. Wait, hold on. By the way, was I correct about the draft? APA's on Syndra, Thanatos is on Renekton, and Lance is on Cassante. The only thing missing is Blab of Eye. That's so funny. Oh, man. Yo, what's up, Burner? All right. Any takeaways from KeSPA Cup? Not really. C9 look the best. Sorry. Correction. C9 don't look the best, and they kind of look the same as, like, you know, most of the last 12 months. We didn't really get a good look at GENG. T1 and HLE are fielding their full rosters, and they look pretty damn good. So, yeah. And TL does not look at all. I'll be right back. I'll be on my phone, though.
and for my English fans. Rest assured, friend, I am not that big-nosed gorilla.
Okay. Hello. What have I missed? The Dimitri thing for the follow as well. Through the whole lead. See, there is a 3-in-1 Callista. Thanatos with what we like to call the angry flash. This Aatrox thing gonna catch on? I think it has the potential to catch on. I don't think it's like that OP. I do think it's good. Really curious to know if he's got the ability haste or the attack speed. That's the ability haste. You can QE that. Oh, blabber. Oh, sir. Bro, I can't even say anything. The other day, like, oh man, there was a queue. There was like an entire sequence of queues. I was playing Aatrox on stream. I just missed all of them. Just straight up killed myself. It was so stupid. I've seen your bot queue sometimes. Yo, be nice. We're actually gonna play some solo queue after this game. I don't really feel like watching Nongshim vs DNF. On the flip side, I'm also kind of feeling a bit EP. I might just call it a short stream once this game is done. Well, Herald's up. I think if C9 win this and they kind of have okay, well, the spot lane stay is not great. APA is also chunked. And they can't really connect Sven. Sven has to go the long way. And if DNF see him on the rotation, they could hold that position, but they don't want to. They should contest this blue, to be honest. I really think they should contest the blue. I think they should have, like, poked in. Yeah, like, this little area here, C9 should have never been able to fall in. They're splitting their damage a bit too much. Look at Blabber healing as well. Took so much for that guy to die. Yo, so why did Thanos just press the 4 key? I guess Herald will go top. Lewell? Is he even gonna get the charge? That's funny as shit. Guys, I believe Vulcan is dead. I believe Blabber is going to be losing that red buff, and fortunately, they don't quite know about APA, so they won't go down there and dive. Yo, what's up, Yoda? Oh no. Uh, uh. LOL. Yeah, I think the game is now really hard / over. Which is sad because they've got some strong members, but I think a lot of people here from T9 are set on crazy gold. Like ABA should get the wave bot and then buy Magi's. Blabber is sat on second item money, pretty much. Once he clears those 2 camps, there's nothing to be on the map for, so he can do that. Yep, DNF better brand somehow. And this game is over. And this game is over. Well, fair play, man. C9 had to rely on DNF. Unfortunately. You got an Eber?
And for my English
Didn't really
fans,
hit anyone. He got phase rushed though.
rest
Oh my god,
assured,
he's so quick.
friend, I am not that big-nosed gorilla.
I'm gonna get hit by the E either. Yo, AP8, brother. Al Waker, thanks so much for the follow.
And for my English fans, rest assured, friend, I am not that big-nosed gorilla.
Thank you, Otsumega. Nah, this game ain't really. It's not got that in it, bro. I hear it, but it just doesn't have that in it. Why did Aatrox jungle stop popping up? That shit sounds useless. They buffed Aatrox sweet. Oh no, they buffed his Q damage against jungle creeps, so he's got like a pretty passable clear. Well, more than passable clear. Like he clears like 315, pretty consistent. Like one smite. And to be honest, I don't think it's useless, bro. Like, if you've got setup in other lanes, it's fine. He's very very good into a comp like enemy comp, for example. And it's not often that you can get juggernauts in the jungle. Like, most of them are APA is such a rat. Did that stop Blabber from hitting 16 per chance? No, it didn't. Yeah, like, he's just very strong. Like, if he starts to snowball, he's very, very powerful. It's like Aatrox with 2 items at 30 minutes or Xin Zhao. I mean, I hear it. Like, if a game is completely, like, chest out, like, like, nothing happens, then yeah, it's really bad. Like, he's for sure like a red jungler. Like, he does have to get ahead. Like, him being on curve is not really, like, on curve. For sure. And, like, in why Pantheon and Xin are so powerful is, like, because of all the damage mitigation they have in their kit. Aatrox obviously doesn't quite have that, but he's got, like, the healing to make up for it. So it's, like, you know, ish. It's not fully, but... Dude, I know. And it's like a real game, too. Like, it's not gonna be a piss take. They will take that shit seriously. I'm super excited. Well, that's it for the C9 games. Oh, man. Okay, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm knackered. I had a really poor night's sleep. So I'm feeling really exhausted. So I'm just gonna call it here. I do apologize if you wanted to see. I mean, I could technically just leave Nongshim and DNF up on the screen, but does anyone care? Like, be for real, does anyone care? I don't think anyone really cares. Like, it's just gonna be Nongshim running them over 2 games in a row. Yeah, like, I need to go and just, like, I need to just lay in bed for, like, another hour or something. So that's what I'm gonna do. Again, thank you guys for coming out, as per, and just hanging out with me. Discord stuff, anyone who's not in the Discord, join that. It's very, very good. Anyone who's not on the YouTube, we've got content coming out regularly. Regularly. We should have another short going up tomorrow. It's going to be a 3-part video, but part 1 will go up tomorrow. Part 2 will probably go up in another day or 2, and then part 3 will go up after. Just looking at some of the old masteries. There's nothing too riveting, but to at least appease the appetite. And then, of course, there's the Shorts channel. There's the Shorts channel, which is this. Do feel free to go and subscribe to that and whatnot if you'd like. It's just highlights. It's a little bit, it's slop content. I'll be honest, it is slop content, but you gotta have one of these channels, in my opinion. So subscribe to your YouTube and follow your Twitch. Thanks for these VODs views. It's not a problem, Kern, honestly. Again, I've been saying this on repeat for the last few days. I would have been watching it anyway. I think the fact that Disney Plus has completely ruined the ability to watch these games start to finish in an official capacity is... yeah, it's just a tragedy. I do not have much else to add there, so yeah. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Is KeSPA on tomorrow? Or is it the day after KeSPA? I feel like there's a break somewhere. And I feel like it's tomorrow. Today is the 9th, right? Yes, there's no games tomorrow. And then there is Nongshim DK, HLE T1, and then presumably losers of that. Cool. All right. I will see you guys. I'll see you guys then. Yeah, I'll see you guys then. And I might stream tomorrow anyway and just like play solo queue or some shit.